Oh. So I got advice. I'm going to give it, and it's going to be straight up my way. Like, not Frank Sinatra, but damn close. Not a musical fucking thing, but just a fucking straight up sociological, bam, fucking, out there type of shit. Right now my hair is kind of wet, so I don't look so great because I just got out of the shower. But in the meantime, I don't even have a lot of light in here. I guess it doesn't look like it, does it? All right, so I was listening to somebody stream earlier, and they were talking about chicks, and it seemed like they were lacking in some details. One thing a woman, in my opinion, likes is somebody that is diverse in at least 3 or 4 or 5 different ways. Mostly 2 main ways. That is, know how to be really gentle and nice, but know how to be switch into your gear for fucking if you're dealing with a goddamn faggot, trans, or a straight up felon, cell dog type of shit. You have to be able to have that a facet to you as a human being and be able to cuss and use any terminology. No PC culture terminology to be a real attractive person to a woman. Now, I'm not saying all women are like that. Some are just straight up Bible thumpers and their whole MO is different. Okay, but I'm saying about 67% of the women out there, they want you to be humble. They want you to be friendly. They want you to also switch off in another gear, like I need to fuck, like a monkey when they want to, or not. Some of them don't like to fuck too much. But you got to figure them out that way. The main thing is, no woman really wants you to talk about gender equality while you're dating them. Fuck no, they don't even want you to talk about any of that shit. All they want is somebody that's going to be safe, protect them, be nice when needed, become an asshole when needed, become a cussing, machine when needed, use any vernacular when needed. And the 14 chicks I've had in my life, that's kind of how it was. Now, not when I was young, I wasn't quite that way, but I was damn close. Because I had crazy brothers and sisters that I had to figure them out. And so I got actually early training that way. And girls did like me. I'm not going to sit here and say I went without women. I did have fucking women in my life. Probably not so much these days because I'm a little bit too outspoken. I understand they get a little bit unnerved. It's enough to get them to not want to date you just because you're like, God damn, I don't know, how flipped out he'll get. But the key to a woman is always remember, you already know these things about them. You know their potential is to be like that. So always get them, cuddle them, relax, put your arm around them. Do not be afraid to try to do that when you can see their feelings, because a lot of people will say, oh, I can see right fucking through you. It means nothing to me though. See, when you're talking to women, you actually have to see only part way through so you can get their feelings straight from their brain. Sometimes it's not the best things they're thinking about, but you can't, you don't have to, you can't pin it every time if you're just a normal person, but a lot of them don't want to talk about their past, but they're never going to tell you either. So you just got to remember these things. They got their little vault of information. And if you try to penetrate it, they will get upset and break up with you. But if you do it right and show affection, they'll stay with you. Now, there was somebody else's stream. I'm not that easy. One of the main things that women like to tell people, I'm not that easy. I understand why though. Women are vulnerable, first of all, only because, not necessarily that they're just like fucking weaklings or not observant or anything weird, stupid like that, but hold on a second. Okay, so the thing is with women, let me gather my thought on this one because I had it for a second. Oh, and they also want to dictate kind of a little bit where you go and stuff like that, what you do. They try to do it in a way that you can't tell they're doing it, but they do it. Some women like to tease the guy they're with, even though the guy's getting laid left and right, they still like to tease him a little and fuck with him a little. There are women like that. But if you come off with, and I hate to say this because some people, I guess some people are starting to learn that flatline personalities do not work at all with women. If you have a flatline personality, right away, that's a fucking red flag, and they might not even fuck you on the second date because of that. They read your mind just like you read theirs sometimes. Now, a lot of guys, like I say, they don't read minds, and if they do, they want to, or they think they do, they want to see something like I can see right through you, which is a stupid fucking terminology because that's like saying you're not there, and that's a diss, and that also means they don't know shit about you. Of course, they differ. They probably beg to differ. No, it means I know everything about you, and I see right through you as a result of it. You're nothing. That's their fucking thing. You know, their ego is bigger than they want to admit, so they act extremely calm and extremely friendly to people because they know that their ego is overboard when it comes to that. They think they can pick and choose who's this and who's that. A lot of people thought that when I quit my other YouTube channel, okay, you know, bad things happen. No, fuck, I just got sick of it, and I'll quit this channel. I'll quit this channel. I do want to start a new channel anyway, and I want to get a way better equipment. I don't even want to deal with phones anymore, except for, you know, I just don't. So, but the main thing is that it? Yeah. Hold on a second. A lot of people will go, like my brother Peter and McKee, and swallow their fucking loogie or spit it out, but I don't like doing that either. So, yeah, that's pretty much, I mean, that's kind of it, but it depends. A lot of these women are on drugs. When I say drugs, what I mean is they're on shit all the time, but they look good. They will fucking let you anally them. They will let you fuck them multiple times, but they're on drugs. They really don't care about your personality. Do you got any Oxycontin? Yes. Okay, I'm going to fuck you 10 times today for that. Give me 10 of them. You know, that's how some chicks are. And they're good looking. It's hard to deny that. One time I had one come over in Las Vegas. Her tits stuck out like that, but they were torpedo shaped. They were fucking, she took her shirt off right there. I know she wanted me to fuck her. And I was like, you know what, man? You're doing junk off and on. I don't want to deal with you. I didn't say that to her, but my vibe was entering into her. She knew I wasn't going to fuck her because for that reason, you know, she did junk off and on. So anyway, there, you know, it gets a little convoluted, but look, some people don't care if their women do drugs, other ones do, other guys do. It's how you handle other interactions with people that really turns a chick on them. If you don't know how to handle, let's say, a fucking bully or somebody in a store that's stealing shit and you don't agree with it, and you want to take care of business, that's what they like. Okay, that's what a woman likes. They like, hey man, look at this. This guy was stealing shit and putting down his pants, and my fucking boyfriend went over and said, put it back. The guy put it back and he walked out the store. He didn't even argue. That's what a woman likes. All right. Staying home, it's not going to help you to stay home all the time to get a woman, obviously. You have to socially go out all the time. And I'm not just talking about a restaurant Sizzler. I'm not just talking about fucking McDonald's and back. I'm not just talking about a road trip to Maine or, you know, McHenry Cruiser. He's cool. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? You just got to go past all that. And you do have to get out. You got to do stuff. And you got to impress the woman. You got to impress the woman. Number one is actually what you got to do is impress the woman. A lot of your faults, she will forget about. For instance, if you fucking skateboard downhill on a fucking longboard, right away, she's probably already masturbating to you. Okay? Especially if you're 56. She's probably already jacking off of the dildo left and right, wishing you would fucking hook up with her. But if you don't do anything that's, you know, got a risk factor, this, that, or the other, you know, a lot of them like the criminal types. I've been all of that. So I thought I'd just come on tonight, smoke a little bud, drink a little soda, get my opinion. And the reason why I don't have women every fucking all the time, like some of these guys, is because I'll be honest, I've been hit on women. I've had women hit on me. So I just chill. When women hit on me, I had a woman pay for my shit the other day, $30 dinner I ate. I don't know why she did it, but probably I figured it out kind of afterwards. Oh, she thinks like I'll go fuck her now. And who knows, maybe I will. I mean, another woman, she was very conscientious about me on a skateboard. So when I came around a corner and I didn't see her behind the tree, she did everything right and skated a little, but avoided me, and I avoided her. But look, she's got gray white hair. She's got white hair. She looks older than me, but I asked her out for dinner because that's how you treat women. You don't think about all those details that every fucking rapper wants to talk about: ass, butt cheeks, although some of that comes into play. But I mean, obviously, but you just want them to know you have respect for them. And you got to make it really quick that they know that. Because if they don't know that really quick, they're not going to waste time with you, especially if they're also horny and they really kind of want to just get fucked and they don't want to go through all that anyway. Sometimes you get a chick like that, they don't even want to hear your complicated side. But to gauge them is probably more difficult for guys, to gauge what a woman's going to want to be like, what she's going to be like. But most guys, yeah, they're just all about, hey man, I'm a fucking gigolo, I want to fuck all the time. Well, to me, that just makes you seem like you don't have a future or plans. And if you say something like, yeah, well, I do this on the side, look at this stack of cash, well, that could help, but that just means you got a gold digger at that point. So. Yeah, but Molasses Murphy, if you ever really wanted to come and meet me, I'd like that. I treat you just like that. Start off as gentle and calm and friendly as possible. And try to keep it that way unless you want me to augment myself. And I can read minds. I tell you, I can read minds. And when a chick wants to see you augment your personality, sometimes they'll just blatantly tell you, hey, you have to do this, you have to do that. You know what? You can't be a fucking robot to them, but at the same time, if they're right about something, you need to pay attention to them. But usually the compassion of after you get all that shit straight, making sure you know how to relax them when you put your arm around them. Because if you put your arm around a woman and they're not post-relaxed to you, hold on a second. If they're not post-relaxed, what that will do will make them nervous when you put your arm around them. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll bend over to act like whatever. I dropped a quarter and I rub their shin. Then I rub their thigh. Then I put my arm around them. That's how I do it. I'm not a know-it-all, but I'm sure not King Cobra JFS. And hey, look, man, when it comes down to it, I don't hate anyone. I will stop if he doesn't get too ridiculous. I will. Once in a while, I just feel like chiding him a little bit. He doesn't seem to realize that maybe you should. I don't know. There's some things I can't run his channel. I don't want to, and it's his channel. He gets to do what he wants. I mean, he can't get chicks the way he talks. You can't butter bread and then have the personality to go with it, and that's his problem. All right, I need a hanky because I don't want to be sniffing a lot. I got a cold. It's not COVID, but yeah, hold on. Anyway, I don't want to get overly technical, but I guess what I'll do now, just for now, because my YouTube channel is on eggshells, I'm not happy with the amount of people that come in to listen to me talk, and I want to change the format so it's not about me and maybe a skateboard shop and other skaters and stuff like that. I really don't want the over attention to me. I could say things that would make people think I got an ego that's way too big. Like, for instance, I think I'm smarter than most people. But it's a different kind of smart. It's not the kind you think. It's almost a subconscious numerology and containment within that and outside of that. But that's, that's here nor there. I can't explain my personality. It's way too complicated. But I love women. I love fucking women. I mean, if I look, I love women. That's simple. I'll just say it right now. Any woman wants to try me out, they can. I got a renter downstairs. I'm gonna have extra income, and I could buy them all kinds of shit. Go to fucking not Cancun. I wouldn't go to Mexico. I don't diss Mexico. I just too much extortion. Anyway, that's anywhere else you go in the world. But right now, what we have is a problem with, and this I'm just going to cover real quick, is provocateurs of America and in the voting system from other countries that want to augment our voting system so that people do certain things so that because they think for some reason or other, the Europeans, the other people of the world know more than we do. But really, they're just anti-American. And that's kind of what's going on, I think, with Trump is, so much outside influence is trying to augment our, all the illegal Nevada people, all new residents of Nevada. As soon as Trump becomes president, there's millions of votes in Nevada. That's illegal. You can't do shit like that. There's laws. You can't do that shit. But as far as women go, it gets bad though, because sometimes you enter into a circumstance where the woman is volatile right away. Sometimes crazy. I knew one guy, the chick was so mad at him. I guess it was because it was him, but she tried to run him over. She tried to run him over like 3 times. And he was still going over there to fuck her like months later. I'm like, dude, didn't she try to run you over like 3 times? Oh, yeah, we made up. I'm like, okay. If you say so. That sounds ridiculous. How y'all doing anyway? I hope good. Thank you. I'm doing pretty good. I was bad this morning. I woke up from sedative and I had to sleep. I got a renter coming in. I had to get things worked out in my house. I had to make sure, what the fuck is this? A picture on the goddamn, what the fuck am I looking at here? All right. Anyway, there's a picture on my Glad bag with weed in it. Never seen anything like that. You want to see it? I don't know who that is. Shit. But yeah, and then of course me, even I have issues sometimes. There's just people that are straight up hard as nailed fuck, you don't want to fuck with them, period. At a point like that, you do not even want to make the confrontation available because it's not you're a pussy. It's just that, you know what? It's not worth getting beat up over just so you can have a chick on a consistent basis to have in your room or her room every fucking other night or whatever it is. You don't want to walk up to some guy who did 20 years in federal and has, would crush you, so it would look good to try to battle him, but unless you fucking straight up stabbed him, I mean, don't even try it. In karate, they even tell you to walk away from every fight, run away from every fight if you have to. Karate is a defensive format. It's not by design to fucking use to hurt people unless you're protecting someone. And some people I know, they say, oh, yeah, if I did murder somebody, they deserved it. And I can look back at their life and I can say, I can pretty much guarantee there wasn't one fucking person that ever dissed you like that enough to kill them. I'm pretty sure you were just doing it for your own greed. But hey, I leave it at that. Because I'm not going to get into other people's mistakes. That's not what I like to do. I don't want to try to analyze somebody's mistakes that much especially if they're a fucking guy, man. I don't want to hear about your fucking whatever it is that happened in your life. Maybe, yeah, you can talk about the cool things, but I don't want to hear about your other like shit, like, oh, I could have killed people before. Because guess what? I can guarantee you they didn't deserve it. All right. And they did, and it wasn't out of self-defense. I guarantee it. So I love women. Any of them that ever come and watch this video after my live, because there's only one in, they're always, I got to alert her at all times. But if you ever do come in or watch my stream actually after I do it, because I'm pretty sure I'm just locked into doing them like this, just hit me up, say, hey man, give me your email. I like what you said. You didn't say anything wrong. You were respectful. I appreciate it. We could date probably. I got money too. That'd be cool. Stuff like that. I got to go get my pipe. I don't know where I put it. I'll be back. What can I do? We got it. I'll be in my jacket. Nope. What did I do with it? 5? What did I do with my goddamn pipe? Oh, I don't see it. Some more. Oh, there it is. Anyway, now it's time to relax. I got my head off my chest about women, and I think I did an okay job. If I did an okay job and you're watching, please give me a like, okay? It was some people that work, and they may even come on and talk to you for a while and say, hey man, you're and hit on you, flirt, and then they leave not giving you a like. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like I said, it's all about numbers when it comes down to it. How many women are this way? How many women are that way? One thing's for sure, I have a difficult time talking to somebody who wants to sit there and talk about abortion. But I am as nice as I can be to them, which is just like I am whenever I'm nice. But when they start talking about it, you know what I tell women that talk about abortion? I say, when I was a baby, I died for 15 minutes, maybe a little more. I forget the exact. It was definitely 15 minutes. And I'm alive today, though. And so, but I go, I guess that's why I'm extremely affected by somebody who intentionally kills the baby or an embryo. So it feels very uncomfortable, and I have to wash that from my mind if they're all about that. I literally, I have to wash it like laundry. If I intend to fuck a chick that thinks like that, I can't talk about it with them ever again because it'll affect me. I even told a chick one time, I said, look, I understand women need rights and stuff, but look, once you get into the business of killing life forms, I have to be able to agree to it. And if it's a fucking rattler snake, I get it. If it's a fucking human being, no, I don't get it. And that means you got a little more rights than a guy got. You got more rights than I have. I couldn't fucking go out and kill an embryo, and nor would I ever want to. And even if I was a woman, I'd be like, you know what? Look, I'll just tell her how it is. If I was a woman, I'm not, but if I was in a weak one that got raped or some shit like that, when I say weak, not ready, not observant, I would say that guy was a total creep, but that does not make by proxy the fucking kid that's going to come out will be raised like that. I will go ahead and at least do the kid a favor. And when that guy goes to prison, I'll have him executed. That's how my mind would work if I was a woman. If they ever catch that guy, I'll make sure he gets executed. I might even formulate a plan to set him up to get a multiple life so he does get executed. But I would not kill the baby because look, even though the guy was a creep, who knows, maybe he's even inbred. I don't know. You can always have it adopted by somebody else. And at least the life form can continue. But a lot of women are like, well, I don't want my pussy to get all loose. What do you think? I'll never have sex again. It's like, oh my God, are you? Now that's a monkey, man. I'm sorry. If a chick acts like that, that's a monkey. I guess there's certain conditions for every circumstance, but I'm done with the abortion. I don't talk to women about it if I can avoid it because it's like you don't want to hear why I'm against it, probably. So I don't want to hear why you want to do it. That's kind of how I feel about it. And if you're going to be somebody that raises children, you definitely don't want to have that on your mind. Like, oh yeah, I could always abort this one, or I mean, kind of. Oh my God! There's a lady down the street. The neighbor said, well, she had a miscarriage, and the neighbor said, oh, at least you don't have to feed that extra person now to the lady. That bitch needs to get fucking run over, and not on a skateboard. That's the rudest fucking comment could have come out of somebody's mouth. Obviously, that bitch is stupid to say something like that to somebody that's almost a complete stranger. It's not even funny. But I'm not Mr. Good Guy. So you're looking at me thinking I'm trying to be this Mr. Compassionate know-it-all. And really the truth is I just had to get that out because I hear so many people trying to explain how to get women. And I look at it and go, you don't know what the fuck you were talking about, dude. You can't even fucking shoot the 22. You had to have your friend show you how to shoot a fucking 22 pistol. Fuck, you are stupid. I'm sorry, I couldn't take anyone's advice like that. For anything, women or anything. Fucking, And then, here's another direction I'm going to go real quick. Just now, Fox News is now copying my whole opinion on this is only a tactic using COVID to make people stand at distances, have more control over the people, and by proxy also be able to make better command decisions because they have to stay at a distance. Even when you go to a door of a government facility nowadays, they're going to start instituting rules where you have to stay back. And I guess their opinion is, and you're going to have to wear your masks all the time and shit, and listen to everything we tell you. That's all it is. Now Fox News is copying me. I already brought that shit up, and now Fox News is copying my shit. That's exactly what I said. This COVID was intentionally released. It's a biological weak format to set up a control mechanism for all law enforcement and military. Now you know. Hi, boo-boo. And the inoculations, I'm going to get a bunch of shirts made that say absolutely no inoculations. On the back, it's going to have a monkey with a blue mask on. You guys are welcome. I'm going to get just 6 mediums and 3 triple large. And if you want one, you may, maybe I don't know, man. I'm a nice guy. I give shit away all the fucking time. I might as well be like the Nirvana, Kurt Cobain of Santa Claus around here, okay? I fucking make sure every kid got pads, fucking gear. I make sure everybody that I talk to, I treat 100% as best I can till my memory fails. I do have brain farts. I don't know anyone that does the things I do. I give so much shit away. But I do it in my way. I don't give it to some charity to fucking say, okay, we got to take our cut, and then let's see. Oh, the Clintons, in the case of the Clintons in Dominican Republic, let's see, didn't they kind of like just keep it all? Yeah. No, I give shit away because I want people to be safe. I try to instill that factor because you know what? I'm not one of those people who is, look, I got to say this. There's two different, let me get this fucking closer. My lighting isn't too great. I got to say this though. Listen, there's a word going around about how some people will groom kids, right? I don't even really understand that whole concept because I do know what mentoring is, right? Mentoring is what I do. I don't know anything about grooming. I don't even think the most I've ever done is a fist pump with a kid. That's it. A fist pump, like, hey, what's up? What's up? Grooming, I don't even know. I had to look that up because I wasn't even sure what that meant. But no, what I do is I mentor people, kind of like a camp counselor, and I also do the same with people that are not knowledgeable, don't have the knowledge about certain things, and they ask me, and I'm like the fucking tour guide around here. I know every fucking thing, with the exception of probably quite a few things that I don't know, but I do my best. But no, I don't understand the whole concept unless somebody's grooming kids. I don't even know. I had to look it up, and I don't even know if I still understand what the fuck that means. But I do know what mentoring means. When I had a karate teacher, he literally taught me how to do psychic shit. Okay? And I'm not trying to act like fucking kung fu or anything like that. I'm just saying, the guy, I was like, man, this guy's training me how to be psychic. My dad would probably quit me going here if he knew this guy is teaching me to be psychic. But I didn't tell my dad. And I think it was good training, actually. It was actually really good training. I don't know where the guy got the training. I start to wonder if he was CIA and shit, that karate teacher. But I'm not upset. I do get upset very quickly, but usually it's condoned to my own mistake. I don't ever blame other people. Now, there are some circumstances. Let's say, for instance, I had somebody do something once, and let's see what happened. Their cousin came over and tried to fucking walk in my house without permission, and I fucking almost shot him. But after that, he was living with my other friend. I said, hey, man, just because of that, fuck your $100. Because he helped me fix some tiles, and I told him I was going to give him a C note. I never did, though, because his cousin came over there and tried to step in my house. And he almost got shot on my front porch. So, hey, but you know what? I made up with him recently because it's like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. All the guy did was replace a couple cracked tiles for me. I gave him $100, but I didn't feel like paying him until I got over being mad because his fucking cousin came over and tried to step in my house. Fuck that shit. He almost got shot. That's all I got to say. And he goes, well, yeah, but that wasn't me. I go, yeah, but he's living under your roof and the dude is related to you. That's all it takes for me, Anyway, we're friends again. We got over it. I gave him one shake. The other hand, I walked up to him, shook his hand, said, sorry about that, bro. Here's your $100. Your cousin's a prick. And that's basically where it ended. Your cousin's a fucking prick. I shouldn't have blamed you. I apologize. That's what I do. I think about things sometimes for a long time. I stay pissed. But now if it's a chick, no, I don't do that with chicks, unless, of course, they're volatile chicks and they have a psychological internal attempt at trying to, if not control you, at least manipulate. That doesn't mean I'm going to like totally go after a woman, though. Unless they're dangerous. I mean, if they're fucking dangerous women, yeah, I mean, who knows what the fuck. I've never had a dangerous woman. This buzz feels good, though, on this weed. Anyway, whoever the lurker is, peace. And plus, you still haven't given me a like. Do you really consider me a troll? Because if you consider me a troll, why am I still, to this day, just looking at you as a lurker and not even caring? Other than it would be nice for you to give me a like. Maybe I'll figure out who you are and then I'll start giving you more likes. I mean, kind of that's how it works. I always tell people, I've always gone by the I scratch your back, you scratch my back, or you scratch my back, I scratch your back. That's how it is. But if you're so jealous of somebody, you can't give them a like, or you just hate them so much that you can't give them a like for their conversation. You may have a mental disposition that is thwarted by a bad family experience. Possibly your dad butt fucked you with no oil. I don't know. But the bottom line is, don't get all upset at other people as a result of it. God damn it. And notice how I didn't come on right after McHenry Cruiser. Why? Because I'm not trying to chase his crowd, and I'm not trying to hope they'll jump into my chat, nor would they. I mean, whoever's crowd, everybody's crowd's different, and their peeps are different. They all have their needs or whatever. It's their interest, whatever their interest is. I can't define it because I guess maybe some of them just are addicted to it. I don't know, like nicotine. I don't know. But I just try to be a good speaker. I am a speaker. I'm a military trained cadet. I wasn't in the military itself, but I might as well have been because ROTC is part of the military and all our trainers were fucking military. Right? Every fucking one, even the band leader was a fucking colonel. The goddamn band leader was a colonel. I guess you could say that those are my bragging rights. I got good military training. I don't try to brag about it much because some people in the past have said, "Oh, what are you going to do? Fucking go, what do you do? Do you shoot every day? Ask me all kinds of dumb questions." Like, no, I don't fucking even want to use my shit. I'd rather just keep it clean and just store it. I'm not like that when it comes to the military. I'm just good at discipline. I'm a disciplined motherfucker when I want to be. Straight up, I'm super disciplined. No, I'm not ever trying to crack somebody's yolks, man, or egg, and spill their yolk or none of that shit. I just look at it like this, man. I mind my own business. Maybe if you mind your own business, maybe you're even, who knows? Maybe you're fucking super smarter than I am, but I do. I think I'm smarter than most people. I just will say that much. I do think I'm smarter than most people. Even Clinton, actually. And he's got an IQ of 183, and then supposedly he's a murderer on top of a lot of super genius motherfucker are borderline, or actually the ones that are more genius are the ones that kill people. So just remember that. I mean, go look at the statistics. When you're really, really smart, doesn't mean by proxy most of them are killers, but that's when they become like, they're like, shit, I'm too smart to get caught doing anything. So that's what's up with that. But no, I look, I don't even know what respect is unless somebody shows it back to me. At that point, I know exactly what it is. And like whoever's right now lurking, if they gave me a like, obviously, whoever they are, even if it's somebody I maybe don't even like, they would gain respect from me. I'd find out who they are and gain respect. I gain respect for whoever I can. I mean, and then you know, at the end of the day, though, this warlock is still human. So, but yeah, I was trained to be psychic from a karate teacher, believe it or not. And I didn't really get good at it after he trained me. He said it'll probably take you years of practice, is what he told me. And he said, when you're trying to do something like this, you don't want to read everything about the person. Like, for instance, you don't want to think about the negative things the person's thinking, because what it'll do is it'll redirect what you're trying to figure out about the person. Besides that shit, you're trying to figure out, is a person a con artist? Is a person this? Is a person that? But if you go at and try to be psychic and understand what the field energy is saying, and you're listening to all the negative, or what, if you want to call it, maybe even decadent thoughts the person has, that will redirect your ability to be properly psychic, which is you know, everyone has baggage and problems in their brain. They would pray no one ever fucking figured out how they were, probably. I mean, not everyone, but I'm sure quite a lot of people are like that. They got their vault. They don't want anyone to penetrate it. But yeah, anyway, so I guess that was it. I straightened out. Try to do something my back. How do you like my pants? These are fucking awesome pants. I love these fucking pants. Fucking killer. Oh, my underwear, thanks. And I said, oh, my underwear, thanks, because I know they look good. With that green print, fuck yeah. Black, green print. And here's another thing I want to explain, because I'm not a specialist in the same way a professional is, as we would refer to them in the everyday world where they got a business, multiple fucking degrees, you know, whatever, PhD, you know, what, this, that, and the other. I'm not that person. But what I am is somebody as good, actually better than they are, because I can figure a lot of shit out. Like my brother had a tumor in his brain. I knew before he went and got checked it out that he had a tumor, and he didn't even have side effects at that point. It was so small. But my mind connected with his, and I fucking could see inside it a little, and I saw there was a something there. I said, and I told him, I said, hey, Pat, you need to go get your brain scanned. He goes, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't got insurance. I said, just go do it. And he did it. And 6 months later, he died of a brain tumor. So, look, I am who I am. I don't make outrageous predictions about the world and stuff. I've tried it in the past, but at the time, it was more of gloat, and it wasn't based on properly internalized functions. It was more of a gloat type of, I'll just act like I can be super psychic right away. But the truth is, no, you have to let it build from an intuition to a psychic. It could take in linear time, half an hour during the day to manifest what their mind was thinking about. That's who I am. And I scare chicks for that reason, because they don't want a guy that's so smart he fucking knows what they're thinking. You know, they don't. So I end up being, you know, without a woman for a while, because when women get to know me, they go, God, this guy's fucking either on drugs or he's out there or whatever. But I can't take it. It's just too much. He's too intellectually capable, and I'm not. It doesn't work out. And then I think the guy's psychic too, and it's spooky. So I know that's not what they said, but I know they thought that, and they broke up with me. I'm hyperactive, and I'm very good at picking up on shit. And of course, I always go, look, I know that you're about to ask that, okay? So don't get all creeped out about it, okay? I already knew that you're about to ask that. Don't get all creepy about it. That's just how I am. And the neighbor, I'm the same way. About, let's say, 20% of the time when he's about to say something, I already go, no, dude, I got that covered. And he goes, I didn't even say anything yet. And I go, I know what you're going to say. So that's me. I'm not Edgar Casey. I'm not fucking the guy from the Acoustic Record fucker in Canada either. But what I am is a self-trained warlock. My stream I'll keep it going for the hell of it, okay? And the ones that run the shit in the system, there is a system for warlocks. They're like so covert, you're not even allowed to know anything about them. Okay, they're beyond the covert. There is no way to figure out who they are. They're working through vibration energies and stuff like that. I don't know. I just use vibration, but it's really just an energy you can't detect, and that's how they function. But they're from different places, not necessarily Earth and stuff. So, and then obviously the solar system or anything else for that matter. But what they also are, they tap into it and they check and make sure certain warlocks are working properly, just like they do when they're looking at humans that are potential warlocks. They're also looking to see, is this guy working right? Okay, do you think he's going to be able, within the next 10 years of linear time, and for these guys to be able to do this, that, and the other? Okay. How about 20 years, 25 years from now? Well, he's going to start to get Alzheimer's. Really? Can we fix it? No, we can't fix it. We're not allowed to fix this particular one. That's what extraterrestrials do. They have a motivation, and it's based on the rules and regulations, and whoever gives them orders to check on this person, that person, or to retrieve information from, let's say, cows and different animals that are roaming around, because this is a protected zone, this Earth. And it's a really good, actually, it's almost like a safe for extraterrestrials. Because even though there's a lot coming and going, there's a lot of rules, and the only ones that break the rules, they're still super intelligent, but sometimes they break the rules and they take people and stuff like that. And they also fucking can do horrible things because they don't have the emotion connection. So, but hey, some of the rules that they got aren't going to be liked by us if we were to find out about them. They got their own rules, but for the most part, this is kind of just a landscape area on an on-ramp near a highway. For a lot of extraterrestrials that come and go here, it's not that interesting, but since there's so many different kinds of extraterrestrials that come and go, and some are working through other dimensions to manipulate other beings here in this dimension, this is busy enough because of that from those beings. So they have a new protocol to stay cloaked as much as possible, unless there's a issue and they have to become uncloaked. Usually it's a mechanical issue with one of the UFOs that's in the bunch, and then they all have to uncloak so that they don't disturb trying to fix the other UFO or whatnot when they're trying to do stuff like that. That's how that works. And by the same qualifications, an extraterrestrial is also a warlock, but they are more of a autonomous one because they're controlled. Most of them are controlled from another entity directly, and so they're not really allowed to have too much freedom of thought. They're allowed like maybe some general considerations for lessening pain on individuals, stuff like that. Real insignificant to them, maybe even, but enough to make an updee, if you will call it an abductee, come and go without too many issues or anything like that. So they do want to try to make sure we're maintained. Kind of like a skateboard, you got to change the bearings every now and then. You got to clean the bearings. You got to maintenance shit. And we are also a form of robot, but we are genetic extra stock. We're third and fourth generation genetic stock made from apes. Now, maybe they came from something similar, another kind of ape from another long time ago, but they can't breed the same way anymore. So they actually have to come and make humans here, manufacture them from apes, and then use them for their linear timescales, which are completely different than ours, and they can come and go and you wouldn't even know it, and they're not even cloaked. But because they manipulate the time, our linear time, that's why you're not seeing them come and go. And what they're doing is they're making sure we stay, a healthy procreation races of people, and we're pretty much farmed, and we're locked here. We're pretty much locked here. Now, they won't disallow us from exploring different places in the solar system, but we're pretty much their property. Okay, that's what I figured out as a warlock. We are somebody else's property. Stream is ended.